Squawk, squawk, fellow sorrowers. Last night I had all this information thrown at me at once regarding Jigsaw and the Saw saga. Okay, now I haven't watched them films for a while, but I have seen all of them, mainly when I was a bit younger. I know that most of it is torture porn, but that in itself is even more emphasised evidence, I would like to believe, to the reason I'm making this video based on the information that I received last night. Okay, this keeps happening. They're not dreams, they're not nightmares. It's just like a bombardment of metaphors and symbolism like I've never had before. So yeah, I mean, it's Halloween, maybe that's got something to do with it, but it hit me all at once that the Jigsaw films and John Kramer as a character is solely and wholly based upon the Demiurge. Okay, these films are Saturnian rituals for the Demiurge. Okay, so I'm going to give you some examples here. Alright, one feather following another. First of all, the obvious, the clown, right? The doll is a clown. Okay, you never actually see John Kramer painted up like this. I just thought it was a cool image to start with. You'll see underneath the tagline, well, the tagline's actually game over, okay, but to say the game continues, how would it continue? It continues through the spiral, okay, on each cheek of the doll. The spiral is the cycle, isn't it? Right? Okay? And the clown is the Demiurge, right? Who's in control of the cycle. Jigsaw is the Demiurge. Okay? So, as we go on, hopefully you'll see what I saw last night in my sleep. All at once, just all this information, okay? So yeah, the game continues, so round and round and round and round, literally round the spiral, yeah? Okay, even the title Jigsaw, a jig is a dance, isn't it? Like the dance of life, the dance of death, okay? And Saw, backwards is was, the past, time, chronos, you see? The Grim Reaper, hence the hood that John Kramer wears, okay, when he kidnaps his, he wouldn't call them victims, would he? His specimens, practically patients, certainly experiments, right? Which is what we are to the Demiurge, okay? If you look at the W, you'll see that it's 3 columns. You see the three for Saturn, yeah? Why does it look like that, brothers and sisters? Why do they? It doesn't really go with the rest of the font, does it? Why did they choose to do that? I mean, traditionally, you would take the first letter of a title, wouldn't you? The J in this instance, and you would make it stand out. J for Jigsaw, boom. No, the W. A bit odd, isn't it? It's because it's 3. It's 3. Okay? And this isn't Jigsaw 3, as in the 3rd film. That's just the font that they've used. They used on all the films. Okay? Right, let's continue. Here's the doll at the top of the stairs, that's right, Masonic. With the light at the top of the stairs, which would be what? The pyramid. Okay? What's the doll sitting on? Keep in mind, when John Kramer crafts this doll for his unborn baby, there is no tricycle. There is no tricycle. That was added later. Okay, so it was never meant to have one, but it was given one nonetheless. And it's not a bicycle, it's a tricycle. 3, again, for Saturn, see? The tricycle. Yeah? It's not relevant to the story, it doesn't make it any creepier, it looks cool, but not much else. So why have they done it? Okay. So now consider the colours. What do you have? You have red, you have white, and you have black. Again, this ties into the cycle of life, the Ouroboros. red for sacrifice, black for death, and white for rebirth. The cycle. It's mad, isn't it? I don't know if anyone else has covered this. I'd imagine they have, because it's pretty on the nose, isn't it? But yeah, it all just flooded me at once last night. Okay? The doll in itself, what is a doll? A doll is to be controlled, right? A ventriloquist dummy? A puppet? It's us on the strings, isn't it? Yeah? Moving on. So, this character, played by Sean A. Smith, used to really fancy her when I was a bit younger. Even with this on her face. Yeah, she's making the eye. See the eye? The eye that'd be on the top here of the pyramids. Okay. And it's only showing her eyes, so you know what they're trying to do. Yeah? You've got the dual vision, the double vision. Well, Sean A. Smith here is playing Amanda. Okay? In my humble opinion, Amanda is Eve. I know there's many disciples, but the two in particular that are part of the plot line. Sorry about the traffic, guys. I was waiting for the bus to work, but I wanted to get this out before I forget some of the metaphors and symbolism that I have acquired. Okay, so if this is Eve, there's Adam. Okay, but in the storyline, Adam turns more psychopathic and Eve turns more empathic, when in truth it would be the complete opposite way round. Okay? I tell you what, isn't it funny, the moment you start doing video, I might sound loud but I'm not. There's all this traffic, which is the only reason I'm being loud or louder, because I'm trying to balance out the noise here. Okay? But the funny thing is, the moment you start something like this up, I'm at the bus stop, there's no one else around, right? Except one woman. And she fucking followed me all the way down. I'm walking up, like, she turned up to the bus stop, I walked away from the bus stop. She followed me. I stopped, I turned around, walked back, she followed me. And now she's just like glancing at me, just trying to burn holes in me, this old woman. It's very bizarre, isn't it? You know? The Archons have eyes and the Archons have ears, they just don't belong to them. She's left it alone now, which is probably for her best interest. Because it ain't going to stop me. Yeah, so, I digress. Adam and Eve. Being trapped. The traps, yeah? I want to play a game. The trap. Of course he wants to play a game with all of us. All the time, over and over. It's not game over as in it's ended, it's game over and over and over. Yeah? The traps, the soul trap that Adam's in, that Eve's in, that was, and now we are, from the legacy of it, of them. Okay? You see that? And how do they get out of these traps? They have to find the key to get out of this cube, out of this matrix, out of this simulation. That's how they get out, isn't it? Am I wrong? Or am I right? So, is there anything I missed? Oh, well, the power that's given, the anonymity that's given to Mark Hoffman, which is the Adam symbolism, the detective in it, taken under the wing of Jigsaw, of John Kramer, and Amanda Young, who was a drug addict, I believe, taken under the wing of Jigsaw, John Kramer. They both abuse their power in different ways, because their eyes are open to the philosophy of John Kramer, of Jigsaw, which is what? Cherish your life. Cherish your life. How fitting, right? For the breakdown I'm trying to give here. Cherish your life. Because that's what it wants. Kronos, the Grim Reaper, the Hood, yeah, Father Time, the Demiurge. It wants you to cherish this life Not because of the way it should, not because of the way we should cherish it. It means cherish the fact that you've even got this simulation. Cherish your life. What's the other tagline? Live or die, make your choice. So, when you come to the bright light at the end of the tunnel, you can live again, or you can die. But you make that choice. Doesn't matter how much you're manipulated by the archons to walk into the light, you're the one at the end of it all, at the end of that tunnel, that's chosen to make that choice, haven't you? It's all there. Maybe it's not, maybe I'm looking into it too much. But to make 8 fucking films, that's right, 8, and then the new remake reboot, Spiral, that's coming out soon, just seems like overkill, doesn't it? Forgive the pun. Must be trying to make a point here, right? You see, the Demiurge is bloodthirsty, okay? It's a god of war, okay, of hardship, of agriculture, Saturn. So it wants all this torture porn. Yeah? Look at it. That's what it wants. They were designed to be torture porn films from the get-go, okay? Yeah, hopefully this has brought some true light to the false light. Just trying to go over, make sure there's nothing I missed. I don't believe so. No, that's about it. It's not the first time they've used the metaphors and symbolism for the soul trap, for the Matrix, for the simulation, or the Demiurge, in fact, the Ouroboros cycle. But this is one of the biggest, one of the best, and in a way one of the smallest and one of the worst, because it hasn't really been noticed as far as I'm aware, and I only did last night. So, there you go. There you go. That's what this thing is, alright? Hopefully this emphasises the evidence I've already given and will help emphasise evidence in the future that by the looks of things isn't going to have to be taken, because this thing and its worshippers, its disciples, its followers are never ever going to let you in on it unless you do it yourself. I love you all, whether it be on the inside or the outside. We're all getting out of this other side of the cube.